The SSC CGL Tier 2 live mock has been conducted on the Oliveboard platform, and I am here to discuss with you the logical reasoning section in complete detail. So we will look at today's mock, another interesting version, another interesting variation, and we'll go through all the questions, and we'll also keep a note of how much time is ideally expected for you to complete the question. Let's start right away. The very first question in front of you. So we'll start solving it, and in a certain code language, P1Q means this, okay? Don't ever go through this code in detail first, okay? Always start reading with the expression and then revisit the code. That's going to help you faster. Just that you'll have to build your revisit sense, okay? So how many persons are heavier than D? Okay, so D1B means D is heavier, neither heavier nor equal to. So 1 means D is, you can do it like this, D is, that is less than B. Okay, either you can do it like this. See, I'll show you two methods here. Either we'll do it with the inequality method. B3A means, so this is less than, 2 means neither lighter nor equal. So greater than, neither heavier nor lighter, so equal to. Okay, now B3A means B is equal to A. A2C means A is greater than C. C3E means C is equal to E. And E2D means E is greater than Q. Correct? Okay, now from here they're asking you how many persons are heavier than D. Then that means how many are greater than B, D you can assume. So 1 is B, 1 is A. Okay, then no relation later on. And sorry, E2D means E is greater than D. This is D. So this is, he is also greater and he is also greater. So I think 4 of them are greater. With this method you can find that out. Or what you can also do is 1, 2, A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can arrange it like this. Now we know that D is less than B. So B is greater than D. B is equal to A. So B and A are equal. Now A is greater than C. So A is greater than C. Okay. Now C is equal to E. C is equal to E. And E is greater than D. Correct? So if E is greater than D, we know that B, A, C, E, all these 4 people are heavier than D for sure. That means D is the lightest. We don't know their arrangement rates, but we know that they are all heavier than D. So our correct answer is going to be option 4. Okay, you can pick up either the option of the inequality method or the arrangement method. Inequality method, you might get confused slightly. The arrangement method will be easier, but then the choice is yours, right? Now, if you look at the options, okay, 90 seconds. Why 90 seconds? Why do you think this must have taken 90 seconds? Because of the novelty. See, it's a regular coded question. Blood relation coded you always solve. But now they have changed it into a version where they are talking about greater than, less than or equal to. So first we need to decode that, then we need to decode this. And this idea might not strike right away when you are giving an examination. So again and again we are realizing that novelty is killing us. So to overcome that, there is only one option. Keep practicing questions from various examinations which are parallel to SSC. That is going to give you better exposure at this rate. Right? 90 seconds. Too much for the first question. Anyways, there I am sure you can bounce back after this. Next. This is again another excellent variation. See, simple question, easy question, but just look at what it is trying to ask you. It is trying to ask you in the form of a riddle. Okay, if not allowed in GAEIN, it becomes profit. But when brought back in BGIN, it means to start. What is it? For a while, you will get confused. Though your brain is giving you the meaning of this and this, it's clearly saying what it is. But to understand the question, you'll have to read it again because you don't understand what it is. But the moment you switch to the options is when you realize that they are asking about a single letter in terms of a riddle where that letter needs to be removed from here and needs to be added here, the same letter, which will make them meaningful, and the meanings are also mentioned here. So if I remove E from here, this will become gain, which is profit, and if I add E here, this will become begin, which is start. So option B, E is the correct answer. It's a very simple question, but despite that, 37 seconds. Why 37 seconds do you think here? This was not even worth 10-12 seconds at max, provided you knew what you had to do in the question. So question number 2, again novelty is hitting you. 37 seconds is not bad, honestly, trust me. But for this question, actually it is, right? So this is what we need to learn. Sometimes a lot of you are struggling over things which are not even your primary problem. Your primary problem probably is not content anymore. You're well versed with it. You can just revisit something which is troubling you time and again, but otherwise overall you're pretty fine with content. Where are you going wrong? Novelty. You're not able to figure out what needs to be done in these situations. So start training your brain for that. That is what is more important. Okay, what if? Cool. I think this is easy. Next. Okay. Vidhi and Rishi started walking from a point P. Perfect. Vidhi walks 7 kilometers towards the south and then takes a right turn and walks for 4 kilometers. She then takes a left turn and walks for 9 kilometers. This is Vidhi. Again takes a right turn and walks for 3 kilometers to reach point Q. This is Vidhi. Rishi walks for 6 kilometers towards east. From here, 6 kilometers towards the east. Then takes a right turn and walks for 16 kilometers. So, this is 7 plus 9, 16. So, he will reach exactly at this position. She then takes a left turn and walks for 5 kilometers to reach point R. How far is point Q from R? How find this point far from Q from R? So 6 plus 4 is 10. Plus 3 plus 5 is 8. So 10 plus 8 is 18. So option B is the correct answer. It's a good question in terms of the fact that you need to draw a figure. Yeah, absolutely, Dilip. Moderate questions. Moderate also is not a very, apt description. The questions were not very difficult, but yeah, they were good. They were simple actually. But 1 or 2 places you might get stuck in if in case you come across critical reasoning. Otherwise, it was very simple. 65 seconds. Again, 65 seconds is too much for this. Trust me, it's too much for this. You can bring it down to 40 easily. 45, 50 max. Not more than that. Okay. So try to save these 10-15 extra seconds which you are taking for these questions. Situation conclusions. Let's look at this now. Mr. Raj is diagnosed with cancer. A few years ago, he acquired health insurance policies, but because he struggled to make payments on time, the policies expired. At the moment, Mr. Raj is not receiving any benefits from the health coverage and must pay for all of his medical expenses. Conclusions are, insurance coverage can only be obtained if the policies are not expired, and having insurance is crucial in emergency situations. Now, see, what needs to be done when we are thinking of a conclusion? I have told this to you multiple times and I'll repeat again. When we talk about conclusions, it simply implies what the author is finally trying to drive to you. The author has written a situation, he's presented a situation to you. What is the reason, what is the final message which needs to be driven? Okay, through this situation, what is the author trying to convey? What is the primary agenda of the author? That becomes your conclusion. Now, why is he telling you this? That, he was diagnosed with cancer. A few years ago, he did have a health insurance, but unfortunately, he could not pay on time. So, the insurance lapsed and now he has to pay for his treatment. So, 2 things now they are trying to focus on. Insurance coverage can only be obtained if the policies are not expired. Absolutely true. I think this is right. There is no going around this. And having insurance is crucial in emergency situations. Absolutely right, because now he's suffering from cancer. Despite that, he has to pay for his medical expenses, which might be quite huge. So option B should be the correct answer. Both can be concluded. Option B, 40 seconds. 40 seconds is decent for this because critical reasoning might take time for you to read, analyze and then answer. Okay, data sufficiency. Data sufficiency. Please refrain from the habit of calculating unnecessarily. Don't calculate, just read. Good evening, bacha. Yes. What is the rate of interest? They're asking you the rate of interest. They've given you 2 statements here. Before reading the statements, read the options. Statement 1 alone, 2 alone, either, and 1 and 2 both together. Okay. 1 alone. You know the interest and you know the principal. Okay. You know the interest, you know the principal. That's it. Can you find out the rate? No. Can you find out the rate? No, because you don't know the time. Correct? So rate of interest means every year. The annual rate is what they need to know. Now you might find that interest upon principal into 100, but that is only going to give you the overall increment, right? Overall percentage. We don't know the exact rate of interest per annum. So this is not true. This is not sufficient. So one alone is gone. And if one alone is gone, either or is also gone. And now if I look at the second one, amount is invested for a period of 4 years. This alone is not sufficient. So now I know right away that I'll need both of them to give me my answer for the rate of interest per annum. Okay, a lot of people will argue that where is per annum written, but the moment they use the word rate, it has to be defined per annum. Rate is every time, rate is per unit time. Remember, the word rate is always used per unit time, right? So option D is the correct answer here. Don't get confused. If the percentage of interest was to be calculated, you could have done that from one alone, but since they are asking you rate of interest, that is for a period per year, you need both the statements together. So overthinking might take this away from you. Otherwise, this was a simple question. Okay. Now 4 columns of roll numbers are given to you, A, B, C, D, and they are telling us that the exam center code is given by the first 3 digits of each roll number. For example, 445, 556, 888. Which of the following pairs of roll numbers are most likely from the same exam center? If you don't understand, you will straight away look at the options. That will give you a better clarity. That we are picking random 2 roll numbers from any column. Okay, we need to check which of them will belong to the same center. If you observe everything, and if your observation is quite fast, you will observe right away that these are the only 2 roll numbers with first 3 digits are the same. That means they are belonging to the same center. Nowhere else is anything being repeated. So that means they are our correct answer, which is actually option A. Right, which is actually option A. So if we fail to read the instructions, gone. If we fail to observe what is being written in the observations and what is being written, instructions and what is being written, then also gone. So you'll have to be careful. 41 seconds. Okay, fine. Because it's a mock, sometimes, you know, plus minus 10 seconds is as it is. Okay, favorite question of SSC in terms of analogy. Let's solve this. So our primary technique always, either you pick it up from the left side, MSG is completely common, or you pick it up from the right hand side, MWH is common. I am predicting that this is going to be my answer, but let's observe. Okay, probably, yeah, I think so. Let's see. So I think we will use this. Why? Because we have WH 3 times. Okay, so let's pick up MWH fully only. So we'll have PTK. Or let's pick up WH, no, that gives us a better picture, don't you think? No, okay, PTK, MWH. If we pick that, what do we get? So 16 minus 3, 20, 23 plus 3, 11, 8 minus 3. So now we'll look for JVD. JVD minus 3 means J plus 3 is 13. We start with M, so this is gone. Okay. Next, W minus 3. So V 22 minus 3. 22 minus 3 is 19. 19 is S. So MS, option A should be the right answer. Correct? Why? Because with MW we're getting MS. Okay, we'll confirm the third one also anyways. So H plus 3 is 11. 8 plus 3. So 4 plus 3 should be 7. MSG is absolutely correct answer. So option A is the right one. That is the best approach you can go ahead for this particular question. Never ever solve each of the options. Though in this case, if you start from A, you would have been lucky, you would have got the answer right away. But the actual approach should be always pick up what is common and then try to start solving with that. Eventually you'll get up, getting the answers very quickly. 36 seconds, that's good speed for this question now. So students have caught up with the actual logic which is being involved. Kylie told Mia. So Kylie is the speaker. The woman over there is a daughter of my father's only sister. Kylie's father's only sister. That means Kylie's aunt. And this is the woman. This is Kylie's cousin. If Mia is Kylie's paternal cousin, Mia is Kylie's paternal cousin. Now she is also paternal cousin. Mia can be her sister, but Mia can be Kylie's father's brother's daughter also. Okay, I mean cousin also. They have not given us the gender. How is that woman related to Mia? Either cousin or sister. It can be two options, right? We have sister in the options. We could have selected this, but we have cannot be determined also. So this will be our primary choice. Because we have multiple options which can be catered as an answer. Hence, we will choose cannot be determined if it is present here. So option D will be the correct answer. Cool. 89 seconds. Blood relations is a problem. Probably understanding and decoding this has been a problem. Hence 89 seconds. Anyways, can work on this one. Next. 238 is related to 673. 427 related to 1240. Which of the following is 319 related to? Okay. Now, when I'm talking about 238 and 673, can I go close to it? Double will not be close. Triple will be more actually. This is 690 and this is 24. So 714. 714, yeah. Correct? It's not making sense. Wait, if I multiply this by 3, what do I get? So 1260, 21, 1281. I subtract 41 to get 1240. Subtract 41, 673. Wow. So just multiply by 3 and subtract 41. So 319 multiply by 3, subtract 41. So 7 minus 1, 6. We should have unit digit should be 6. So 916 is the correct answer. Okay. Unit digit is 6 here. Right? So option B is the correct answer. Cool. 65 seconds. Okay. Decent. Not bad because probably some time to figure it out. But otherwise it was easy. A series of workshops was organized daily from 10th April to 18th April. Inclusive. The workshops in various cities were held on these dates. Surat, Nagpur, Bhopal, Indore, Delhi, Gurugram, Kanpur, Varanasi, Ranchi. How many days after the workshop in Indore did the workshop in Varanasi take place? Indore 13th. Varanasi 17th. 4 days. Correct? Now, a lot of people will tell me, why 4 days here? They will think like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. Okay, 3 days later, sir. So 4th day. No, that's not how it works. Right? If you count 24 hours, 24 hours, 24 hours, 24 hours, they are 4 days now. Okay, 96 hours. So you will have to take 17th April after 4 days only. If today is 13th April, what will be after 4 days? You will automatically say 17th April. But when you look at it in the list, you end up counting these 3 and giving 3 as the answer. That is where majority of us go wrong. So it has to be 4 days after the Indore workshop. Will we have the Varanasi workshop? Perfect. I think that was not a very big problem. 37 seconds. Okay. Not an issue. Decent. Okay. You receive a call claiming to be from your bank's fraud desk, asking you to share an OTP to stop a suspicious transaction. The caller knows your last 4 digits and name. Last 4 digits means probably of your account number or your debit card number, etc. Now, what will you do? Will you share only half of the OTP so that they can verify? Of course not. Ask for their employee ID and branch, then share the OTP if the answers sound credible. How do you know will it sound credible? Okay. Keep the caller on hold while you search their number online. You can't do that. I mean, there won't be a credible information about it. And do not share any codes. Disconnect and call the bank using the official number on your card or app to verify and report the phishing attempt. I think that's the best answer here. Never, I repeat, never in any condition share any OTP on a live call to anybody else. Okay. So that's a simple thing, I think. 24 seconds. Yeah, decent. This judgment would not have taken a lot of time. Next. Cool. Very good. Next. 141, 1991. So this is 141 plus 9, 150, right? Correct? 1821, 1991. So this is 91 and 79. 91, 79, 170. 170, 150, 170. Let's check this one. It's increasing by 20. This should be 190. This should be 210. This should be 230. Is this 230? 112. Yes, exactly. So this is plus minus 20. So this will be minus 190. We subtract 190 from 1821. We'll get our answer. Okay. We subtract 190 or 210. We can add 210 to 1421. That will also give us our answer. So 1631. 1631. Option B is the right answer. Cool. Nice. 52 seconds. Okay. Not bad. Next. Jigna is married. See, now one request I would like to make to you. Some people will get, they will become masters at blood relations. When you are going through these questions, I would request you, if you are reading and sometimes, try to understand or try to draw that image in your head only. Don't even use a pen. Wherever you find the questions are simple. That will save even more time of yours. Okay. Jigna is married to. Now assume this in your head. Rachel's only brothers, wives, sons, paternal grandmother. That means Rachel's mother. Correct? Mother's husband, Rachel's father, only son, Rachel's brothers, only sibling, that's Rachel's son. So Jigna is married to Rachel's son. Okay, how is Jigna related to Rachel? She's a daughter-in-law. You could have figured this out just by reading, but I know it might be difficult initially. Gradually, that's why I'm telling you, if you have mastered it to that level, you can try this also. This will initially take some time, but this will become more visible to you and you'll be able to solve smaller questions even more quicker. If a student is taking, let's say 35-40 seconds, you will end up taking 25. So saving every bit counts. I'm not saying 1 or 2 seconds counts. It does not actually, but saving 10 plus seconds on a question will actually be beneficial for you. So I'll just draw it for you. Jigna is married to Rachel's only brothers. Okay. So Rachel, only brother, wife, sons, paternal grandmother, that is Rachel's mother, husband, only sons, only sibling, Rachel is a female, son, Rachel's son, who is married to him, Jigna. How is Jigna related to Rachel? She is the daughter-in-law of Rachel. Okay. Cool. See, I told you, I solved it in front of you without doing this question before, but I could see that even you could have understood this. This would have been solved within 25-30 seconds while reading in the exam only. Of course, you need that confidence level also. You can't be, very nervous and scared and then read it and, take that leap actually. Otherwise, so it will be gone. So you'll have to be very confident about the topic. But 70 seconds is too much for this. Okay. By interchanging the given numbers, which are the following equations will be correct? 5 and 75. All right. So this is 5, 75, 5, 75. So this is 250, 25. 275 divided by 25. Let's do it right away only, 55 into 5 by 25. 5, 11. No? This is 11, no? Correct. 11 plus 13 minus 150. No, never. And 225 divided by 75. This should be what? How much? 3. 43 into 5. This is 265. 265 plus 3 minus 45 is never 35. So neither 1 nor 2. None of them are correct. Just partially solve and get to know. 56 seconds. Okay. Probably complete solving was being done. Don't solve it completely ever. Data sufficiency again. 6 flags A, B, C, D, E, F are plotted around the circumference of a circular ground with the help of poles, but not in the stated order. Which flags or which poles are adjacent to C? It's just like sitting arrangement only. They're just using different language. Okay, something of this sort. 2 flags are between A and F. 3 flags are between B and D. Oh, sorry. Data in both 1 and 2 are not sufficient. Data in both 1 and 2 are sufficient. 2 alone, 1 alone. 2 are between A and F. 3 are between B and D. Can we figure this out? I don't think so. F is not adjacent to B and D. C is not adjacent to D. This is also not sufficient. But if we combine both of them together, so we'll start with, let's say, A here. So 2 and 2. So F will be here. Okay. And 3 are between B and D. So now if B is here, 1, 2, 3, D will be here. B is here, 1, 2, 3, not possible. B is here, 1, 2, 3, not possible. So B and D have to be here. There's no other option. Okay. To have 3 at one end. Will there be any other possibility? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they can be here also. Not necessarily they are here. They can be here as well. Okay. F is not adjacent to B and D. That means this is it. Now we know. Okay. C is not adjacent to D. That means if this is B, this will be C. This is D, this will be E. Now, which flags are plotted adjacent to E? It will be F and D. I think both, if we take, it will be sufficient for us to answer the question. Yeah, cool. Okay, 78. 78 is also too much for this. 1 minute, 18 seconds. Too much. Okay, bring it down. Repeated letter series. Okay. Now, observe vertically. Okay. Vertically, if I see the first letter is N, so this is N. Next one I, E, O. Third one E, I, O. Fourth is, okay, nothing else is repeating. Okay, now what is this? N dash I, S, E, N, N, O dash S, O dash S, O dash S. Can we do that? So O, I, S, E, N, O. Oh, noise. This is noise. Noise, noise. Is that possible? N-O-I-E-N-I-E. N-O-I-E-N-I-E. Option C is the correct answer. Cool? 30 seconds. Wow. Wonderful. Next. Sentence has a word with letters jumbled up. Rearrange the letters of the word, write in capital letters to form the correct word. What? Oh, okay. There are a lot of foods, but I like tema best. What is this? Meat, I believe. Yeah, easy. 12 seconds. Excellent. 18. Which triad does not belong to the group? Okay. 8 square, 16 square, 8 cube. Okay, there is no square and cube here. Right. Okay, fine. Multiply. 64 into 4 is 256. 64 into 8 or 256 into 2 is 512. Right. 19 into 4 is 76. And 26 into 2 is 152. Okay. 53 into 4, 212. Yes, perfect. 212 into 2 should be not 636. Right? It should have been 424. So this is gone. I think this is the odd one out. We don't need to confirm this because we found 2 already. Option C should be the odd one out. Perfect. 28 seconds. Wow. Great. Next. Figure analogy. Okay. First figure is related to the second one. How is third figure related to the fourth one? So here what all is happening? Just look at the options first. What is changing? So we have almost the same pattern for multiple figures. We'll have to check all the elements. We can't get away with it. So we'll observe these are 3 squares here going on here, and added by +2. So okay. So 3 squares went here, became 5 squares, and these dots came here and became +1. 3 became 4 here. Okay, this flipped on its place and went from here to here, and this also flipped on its place. Right? So now if I observe, these 2 triangles will go there, +2, so this will become 4 triangles here. So this will be gone. These 3 triangles will come here, become +1, so we'll have 4 triangles here. So this is also gone. Okay, now this is the same, so don't waste your time there. Only observe this one. This one will be completely 180 degree shifted. So this is also gone. So option 4 is the correct answer. Figure, easy. 43 seconds. Okay, not bad. Perfect. Next. Paper cutting. How will it appear when unfolded? Okay, see, these are the cuts. Okay, remember. These areas have been cut. That means this does not exist. That means this does not exist. This does not exist. This does not exist. That means your paper after being cut is looking something like this. Okay. Now they will open this. So whenever they will open this, it will be connected here and the same paper will be repeated, connected on the top, connected on the bottom, right? So this is not possible. Okay. This is probably possible. Look at all options. Centrally square will not be there in the center, and this is also not possible. I think option 2, figure 2 is the best representation. So option 2 should be the correct answer. 42 seconds. Okay. This could have been slightly faster, but okay, not a problem. This is a good one. Jenny sits exactly in the middle of a row. Okay. Facing towards north. Katie sits 8 to the right of Jenny. And Tony sits 11 to the left of Jenny. 2 persons sit between Tony and Alex. Can be here, can be here. Alex and Fina sit at the end of the row. So this is Alex. These are 2 people. Okay. And Fina sit at the end of the row. So Fina sits here, but we don't know where is Fina. How many people are there between them? Jenny and Fina. How many people are between Jenny and Fina? See, Jenny was the exact center. So the number of people here will be equal to the number of people here. Correct? So if we find out how many is between Jenny and Alex, the same will be between Jenny and Fina. So this is 11 plus 1, 12 plus 2, 14 people. Correct? Oh, sorry. She is already 11th. My bad. She is already 11th. 11 plus 2, 13 people. 13 are there between Alex and Jenny. Similarly, between Jenny and Fina also there will be 13 because Jenny is sitting exactly in the middle. So 13 will be the correct answer. Option C is right here. Cool. 82 seconds. That's too much. See, that's too much. That's actually too much. That means what is happening is when you're trying to make the figure, you're going wrong somewhere. Your assumption is going off track. Either you're forgetting the data, you're not able to keep it in memory. Hence, the display is required. Okay, if you draw it neatly in front of you, it will be easier for you to understand what was done in this question. But 82 seconds is too much for this question. 1 minute 22 seconds, guys. This is a good question on letter series. Try it out. Okay, not bad. 60 is good. Sorry for the noise, I had to take some water. Okay, now out here, there will be a primary confusion in your head. You will think that this A is what is being repeated in the end. Never go with that method. Okay, it is always corresponding. First logic should be corresponding. If that does not work out, then we'll think about something else. Corresponding means first letters are still the same. So 1 plus 5, 6, 11, 16. Everything is increasing by 5. So we'll start with 21 now. Okay, everything is happening with 21. Perfect. Now the next one is starting from here. 1, 5, that is plus 4. 5, 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. So second one will be M. So this is gone, this is gone. Third is G, fourth is C. Don't waste time. The last one will be from here. So now what do you think should be the answer? A is being repeated or A plus 1B should be the answer. So 5, 4, wait, check here. 1 plus 3 is D. Correct? So plus 5 plus 4 plus 3. So here plus 2 will have to happen. That is why we had C, no? Oh, okay. So plus 2 happened. That is why we had UMGC now. The fourth one. From here we'll have to start. So it has to be A only. Every time in the end we have A. So option B is the correct answer. Cool. Lovely question this is. Wonderful question. Next. which can replace the question mark. Okay, 3 has 36, 12, 3, 9. 36 divided by 3 is 12, 72 divided by 9 is 8, 45 divided by 5 is 9. This is gone, this is gone. So 9 and 25 is there. We just need to check the second one. Second one is here 3 and 5. 36, 3. 3, no, 5. Minus 3, minus 9, no. Oh wait, 6 minus 3. Can we go digit wise here? 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 minus 4 should be 1. Can that be possible? Yeah. 73 seconds. See, they should not have gone digit wise because SSC does not do that, but any which ways. Next, MNO. PQRST. 8 rocks kept in a museum compared on the basis of strength. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. P is stronger than Q. At least 3 rocks are stronger than T. So T is minimum here, but T can be anywhere. T 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any places. But last place is this. Okay. So there can be multiple, variations for T here. We can take them all if you want. Though we should not be doing that, but if you want, we can do that. So T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. Okay, P is stronger than Q. M is stronger than R. M is stronger than R. N and O are weaker than T but stronger than P. N and O are weaker than T but stronger than P. That means this is gone. This is gone. This is also gone because they have to be stronger than P. Now these two are possible. Okay, so stronger N and O. T, something of this sort we can write it here. So T has 4 people beneath it. So this is also gone, no? This is the only possible case. So P and Q have to be, N and O are weaker than T but stronger than P. So P and Q will be here. N and O can be here, anywhere. Okay. What can be maximum possible number of rocks that are stronger than S? Now see, S can either be here. So M and R will be here. So S will have nobody stronger than it, 0. S cannot be here. So S can be here and M and R can be here. So I think 2 will be the correct answer. How many are stronger than S? 2 at maximum. There is no other case possible for us. So 2 is the maximum possible people who are rocks who are stronger than S, because it is only these 3 which are left, right? So option C should be the right answer. Perfect. 91 seconds. Okay, I understand. Arrangement based questions are a soft spot for a lot of students. So I think I have been observing in the last few exams, in the last few mock tests, data sufficiency, sometimes blood relations I am surprised by, and arrangement. These 3 questions are actually causing stress and problem. Sometimes critical reasoning, but if you observe, strangely, critical reasoning, even if it is a difficult question, the timeline is very less. Everybody is able to read and answer in a very short time. So it's not going to consume a lot of your time. That appears to be difficult only because you have to think in that. But these 3 topics I am seeing regularly, students end up taking a lot of time than the ideal version. Anyways, coming back to here, if A is 1, B is 4, C is 9, that means square. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 10 square. What is the spelling of R? So 8 square, 64, 15 square, 225, 21 square, 441, 64, 225, 441, option D. That's it. Okay, HOUR. Cool. 25 seconds, wonderful. Next. If A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, Z is 26. What is the value of the following equation? This could have been done verbally, guys. Okay, T square minus M square. That is 20 square minus 13 square. So that is 20 plus 13 into 20 minus 13. You had to do this verbally in your head. You didn't have to write it here. C into K, that is 3 into 11. And this whole thing is multiplied by F is 6. Now this is 33, so this will get cancelled here. This is 7 into 6, 42. Cool? Easy? $34. Great. Next. Which of the words among the given options cannot be formed? Okay, words which cannot be formed from the whole sentence. Unfit, UNFIT can be formed. Drift, DNR, IFT we already know is there, can be formed. Trendy, TRENDY can be formed. So softly has to be the correct answer because we're lacking L here. Okay, 33 seconds. Great. Pick the odd one out. AI is 36, 1, 9. Okay. KL is 132, 11 and 12. Multiply. 8 and 17. Multiply. 136. 12 and 25. Multiply. 6 and 7. Multiply. First one is odd one out. AI 36. AI 36 should have been 9. Oh, sorry. AI dash should have been 9. AI 9. Odd one out. Correct. 31 seconds. Perfect. Next. Appropriate course of action. I believe it is decision making based question. In an SBI PO exam, following conditions are laid for a candidate to be eligible for appearing in the exam. Okay. Candidate must be at least 21 years old as on July 1, 2019. Okay. Candidate must have obtained at least 55% marks in higher secondary and must have obtained at least 60% marks in graduation. Perfect. Now they have given you data of 2 candidates. Okay. Garima's date of birth is September 23, 1998. To check for the year, 1998 and 2019. It's exactly 21 years. But look at the months. Should be 21 on July. She will be 21 in the month of September. So she is not 21. She is falling short by 2 months. Correct? She is falling short by 2 months. So date of birth is a problem. And they have not given any variation. So candidate 1 will not be selected. Technically, you have to be this fast because there is no other variation. Check this one now. Geeta's date of birth is March 21, 1998. Again, they are 21 years and in March only she would have become 21. So this is perfect. Date matches for the second candidate. She has obtained 86% marks. Done. She is in higher secondary and 64% in graduation. Done. So 2 will be selected, 1 will not be selected. Only 1 is eligible, only 2 is eligible. Both are eligible. Neither are eligible. No. Very simple question. It's 55. Okay. Last question. Don't calculate the exact age. Please never do that. Just take the difference of the years. You will get the main the main number and then fluctuate based on months. Rough fluctuation based on months. Okay. Cause and effect. Cause and effect. This is a very good question. Probably the single most important etiological factor in disease-related malnutrition is reduced dietary intake. Because reduction in cardiac muscle mass is recognized in malnourished individuals. I think this is perfectly fine. It's working with because, but for your sake, I'll just check it in the reverse order also. Reduction in cardiac muscle mass is recognized in malnourished individuals because probably the single most important etiological factor in disease-related malnutrition is reduced dietary intake. I think this is making more sense. Why? Because the statement reads in the form that the single most etiological factor, etiological means reason. Okay, etiological factor means reason of disease-related malnutrition is reduced dietary intake. Okay. Because no, I think this is making more sense, no? That reduction in cardiac muscle mass is recognized in malnourished individuals because probably the single most important etiological factor is reduced dietary intake. So because of reduced dietary intake, people are losing muscle mass, and because we are seeing that muscle mass is the primary symptom in malnourished individuals, that means the reason for disease-related malnutrition is reduced dietary intake. So because is making sense here. So after because, this is the cause and this is the effect. So statement 1 should be the cause and statement 2 should be the effect. What do you think? Perfect, fine. 65 seconds. Okay, this was a good one actually. Right, so that's it for today. We'll end the session here, power pack session. Hopefully you could relate and understand better. Now whatever I have iterated here is only basis on a few assumptions, of course, and primarily on the fact that I'm only looking at one person's approach here, right? One person's the amount of time taken. So with that, I'm always almost telling you that how much time should be expected, but it is always going to vary based on certain parameters. You have to also identify. So when you're analyzing, also hit on the timeline. And please, with all due respect, I'm again repeating, this is not I'm not trying to demean anybody here. I don't even know who this person is, whoever's paper I'm solving here. So very, very sorry. I understand how you must be feeling in an actual examination zone. Even I sit, and even if I sit for the exam, the kind of timeline I am predicting, I'm going to take certain seconds more than that. But my idea here is so that you get a better understanding and you have one more parameter to nail on, right? Anyways, we'll end the session here. Thank you so much for joining live, guys. I'll see you around in the next session. Till then, you guys take care. Bye bye. Namaskar. Jai Hind.